For this DVD, we came up with a real drifting adventure. The plan is to buy a drift car at the auctions, do a tour of Japan, enter a drift event, and finally sell it at auction again, if it survives. To do the first step, we asked Mr. Midorikawa from Makes Corporation to help us buy a car. The USS auctions in Chiba are the biggest in Japan, moving over 10,000 cars a week, but you need to be a licensed buyer if you want to bid. Step 1 is looking through all of the car lists to find the type of car you need. Since there were 3 of us and we needed to pick up a friend, the car had to be a 4-door. It also had to be pretty much ready to drift, so we wanted something with a turbo, an LSD and suspension. On the other hand, it also had to be cheap, which limited our options.
Okay, we found a Laurel and about 32 4-door that look like they should be coming up in about an hour's time. So I'm going to check it out and see if they're worthwhile.
Hi. The auctions are so big that you have to take a bus to see some sections.
This is the section for us. Cars that are cheap, they still drive okay, not too much damage. Probably damaged before and been fixed up, which is okay for drifting.
Drift Australia champion Darren Appleton was on hand to make sure we chose the right kind of car.
It's a bongo lowdown. Put our stuff in the back. See?
Oh, look at this.
Oh.
It's the Donnybrook fan.
I think I
one of these.
It's very nice.
And these cat box.
And the handbrake's in the right position. We can use this.
Our car is the one that's the furthest away.
The first car we got to was this Laurel, which was clearly an ex-drifter.
Oh, the colour is just very you.
Oh my god.
Very you, Ben.
This wheel.
Oh!
We got suspension, plenty of camber. Little HKS filter, stock intercooler, but it's alright.
The earthing kit.
Yeah, I think it's been done pretty well. It's almost all staying on.
Does the air work?
Battery clamp might need a bit of work.
There's no cams over here.
Someone actually chose this colour. This is not the original colour.
Hey, it's feeling alright.
Aircon works, bonus. Windows work. The interior light might need a bit of work. According to this, the speedo, all the instruments have been changed, so the number of Ks this time is anyone's guess.
It had a cage in it too.
Oh. Yeah, there's been a roll cage in it. Yeah, you can see it on the roof here. Well, everything's been taken out and there's a indentation on the roof here where the crossbar was.
And Alexi, this is a bit of a giveaway as well.
There's sort of holes in the floor to give away. Yeah.
Well, it's got a strip brace on the rear. They must have taxed the one out of the front.
Now the next one. Okay, it starts.
Oh!
HKS.
This is a 93 model, yeah?
Yeah. It's
292.
got a front pipe on it. Airbox is still normal. Intercooler's normal. But according to the sheet, this one's got an LSD in it. Got everything we need.
That gear knob will get really hot in the sun. I'm worried about that, quite frankly, man.
Somebody didn't think the wing was all that cool on here, so it's been ripped off. Plugged up with a floor plug. It's always a good way.
As you go.
Some lovely Alpine speakers. Original spare.
Rear bar looks familiar, Ben.
Does a bit, yeah. Might have to pull that off and put it on my car. Gonna need a spare at some point.
Oh, that feels really good.
Which one do you reckon's better? This one we could potentially import, so we might even keep it rather than selling it when we're finished.
Yeah. And it's got the Potenza DAG tyres. You see that?
Okay, we found a couple of cars. that meet the grade. Darren's happy with them, he thinks he can drive them.
No, I don't.
So now we just got to get back in time to bid on them before someone else buys them.
I want 14.
あと700台あるから1時間以上。
Because these are all old or big cars, for about 7 seconds each car. They have to click the button. There's a weed sport. My buyer makes.
The number plate's speed camera friendly too. I like it.
Also, since the Skyline still had registration on it, we could drive it for up to a month before the name had to be changed on the papers. It was simply a matter of loading up our bags and heading off. Not a bad morning's work. Now, we just had to find our way to Omiya Station so we could pick up D1 driver Tezuka Tsuyoshi.
Okay, well, here we are in our Skyline. Just picked it up this morning. Still driving around on the previous owner's rego. Should be okay. As far as we can tell, there's nothing much wrong with it. The engine fan's locked up and making all kinds of noise, so we'll try and find another one of those. Otherwise, it drives pretty good. It's got a twin plate Nismo clutch in it, which is taking a bit of getting used to, but it's good fun. Definitely got an LSD in it, which is good news. And now we've got a full tank of gas on our way up to Ebisu. That's a wrap.
Yes, it's quite a comfortable car. Air's nice and cold. We don't have any CDs to use, and we can't seem to find a radio station. But it's quite good. Just got some toothpicks in the back, some window washer, detergent, some nifty Nismo stickers, the power getter exhaust. We can price this one yet.
He must have been. There he is. He's behind the taxi. Straight ahead. It was a big leap of faith for Tez, who wasn't really sure if we could find our way to the station. It was a pretty tight squeeze for 4 guys and all our luggage too, but we all breathed in and slammed the doors. Next, it was off to Nihonmatsu for the Big X show at Ebisu Circuit, 150 kilometers north of Omiya. On the way, we noticed the tyres were feeling worse and worse, so we dropped into Car Shop K style to look for some fresh rubber. This is a drift workshop owned by Kumakubo, but unfortunately, the only tyres they had were even worse than ours. So we headed up the road to a local tyre shop. A closer look at the front tyres suggested we were right to stop and change them. This shop used to be known as Daiko, and they still had some performance parts for sale. While we were waiting, we put on an old option video featuring Tezuka's famous JZX81. It's a good thing they had videos because it took ages to change just 2 tyres. It was getting dark by the time we headed to our hotel, which Tezuka had booked for us.
We are at the Dake Onsen. Tezuka-san has arranged for us.
Onsen.
Standard procedure at any onsen, of course, is to eat a lot, then drink a lot, and then get into a hot spring naked. We'll get to that later.